Okay guys, so welcome to this first part of the paintings video session. So today we are going to see the chapter 1 dealing with the basics. um, First of all, I want to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. You can invite your friends or all the people that you know who want to learn the cartooning and want to bring up more value to the cartoon. So without wasting time, let's go to the course. Okay, we are going to see first of all the definitions, but the definitions start with the drawing. So as you know guys, this is the definition, the basic definition of the drawing. It says that the picture or diagram made of with pencils, markers, pen or crayons. Drawing is commonly traditionally attributed to the sketching. Why did we put traditionally in marks? It's to remind you that it's almost start with the traditional aspect. So you can draw on your tablet, it's a drawing. You can draw on the paper, it's a drawing. But the drawing also is any type of representation or any type of creation using those kind of process. So you can draw even sometime if you want to draw a letter, you can draw a letter on the table, on the sand. It's a drawing as long as it's made with something and you want to represent something to the people. People are always attributing the drawing to the illustration, but it's not the same, and I will show you guys why it's not the same. So let's move to the B. The B is talking about the digital art. So when you hear digital, it's about everything that includes computer interface or network. When you're talking about interface, is any electronic device that you need to proceed to your artwork. That is digital art. Even photo retouching, manipulation and painting also, and anything that is doing something artistically or using the way of the digital means, is part of the digital art. If you want to draw or to create something as an image to present to the people as an artwork, and when you use the digital process or an electronic process, is called a digital art. So it's very different from the traditional art. When you're talking about traditional, everything manual, taking all the tools instead of the computers way or electronic ways. So let's move to the C, the cartoon. What I'm doing here on this course is a cartoon. The cartoon is also, what can I say? The common cartoon that I do on my page is the representation using drawing techniques. But the cartoon can also be, as people know, it can also be an animation film, or just coloring some characters, some people, or I can say some objects or some creatures. When you are coloring it to bring for an animation purpose or decorative purpose, is only included in the cartoon. So a cartoon can be a 2D or 3D. For my course, what I'm going to show you is the cartoon of the representation of people and objects. That's what you see on my page commonly. So we are not going to take time on the definition. We're going to move on to the D. excuse me, to the D. Yeah, the D. So the illustration can be a cartoon, but every cartoon cannot be an illustration. Excuse me. The cartoon is included in the illustration process. When you're talking about cartoon, it's already an illustration. Every cartoon is an illustration. Every cartoon is an illustration, but every illustration is not a cartoon. So a cartoon can be an image. For example, when I'm talking to someone and I say, do you know that I have a tree in my house or in the garden of my house? And they say no, you can prove it with a picture of that tree. The fact of showing or giving pride to your words is called illustrating. You are illustrating, you are showing something to represent what you say. See, it explain and give reason to your talk. So illustration can be the representation of objects or icons. It can also be the fact of showing something to bring up or to add as a value to your talk or your speech when you are going to prove it and to make it more concrete. Okay, so these are the definition parts, and I hope you understand. For those who didn't understand, as we don't have much of the time to spend, I recommend you to go further on and make your own research. You can also help me with some definition in the comment section. Okay, so this is the part 1 dealing with the definition. So we are going to move to the 2. 2 is talking about the cartoon. So as I said earlier on the program part, we are going to make the difference between 2D and 3D cartoons. So the 2D you can see here is basic. No shadows, no light, and the picture has no depth. So the basic color you can see only flat. So when I started my cartoon journey, I was only doing 2D, and 2D. So 2D means two dimension. So you can see a 2D with only one part of shadow. 3D or 4D is about to say bringing more value to your 2D aspect or to your picture. That's called 2D. That's why people call it, oh, you have a 2D cartoon, meaning 2 dimension, and 3D meaning the 3 dimension or more. Okay, so this course is dedicated to this precisely, how to move from 2D, 2 dimension to 3 dimension or 4 dimension in your cartoon journey. So let's move to the tools that you need to start this journey. I recommend you as a digital painter, as a cartoonist or illustrator, to always have a graphic tablet, because there is a part on the software that you use called pen pressure. You can use pen there are many software that you use, but as for me, I'm only using Photoshop. So all the tutorials that you are going to see is about Photoshop. You can use another software, but I don't master it. I don't know how it works there. I only use Photoshop to do my work. So that's what I know, and that's what I'm going to show you. Okay, so but I can repeat myself again, you need a graphic tablet. Please prepare yourself, or you can borrow a graphic tablet from your friends, but at the end of the day you will have to pay one or get one for yourself. because it's the day by day process and practice. Okay, so this part is almost done. I just want to show you some basics as the definitions and the difference that you can make between the 2D and 3D cartoons, or 4D cartoon I can say. Then the tools that you need to start with journey with me. Okay, so get your graphic tablet and let's start to the chapter 2. See you there.